Hi everyone, Flora Sage here, six-time author and founder of the Flora Sage Therapies Institute, the place for ethical spiritual development and your place for online spiritual learning. And today we're going to look at judgment and comparison and how you can clear it using the law of attraction. So, this past couple weeks, I have been giving you little mini lessons here on my Facebook page about the law of attraction and how using just the law of attraction will never work. Why won't it work? Because there are 10 other laws that work in tandem with the law of attraction. And Tank says, yes, I agree. Yes, Tank. That's my dog. So what are the other laws that work in tandem with the law of attraction, and how can we use them to get rid of judgment and comparison? So the other laws that work in tandem with the law of attraction are the law of thinking, the law of supply, the law of receiving, the law of compensation, the law of non-resistance, the law of forgiveness, the law of sacrifice, the law of obedience, and the law of success. So how can you use these laws to cure, if you will, or curb at least, judgment and comparison? So today I've noticed that a lot of my individual coaching clients were going through a lot of, what's the right word? Well, comparison issues and judgment issues. And they were seeing things here and there, and they were going, and this judgment and comparison was coming down really, really heavy with them and on them. And so what I did was I kind of worked through the whole situation and helped them work on their mindset. So mindset, or the law of thinking, affects every other law that you have out there that work in tandem with the law of attraction. So the law of attraction basically states that what we focus on is magnetized and brought to us. That's really pulled to us through our attention. And so the law of thinking, aka our mindset, allows us to put our beacons out there and say, okay, universe, this is what I want more of, aka what I'm thinking about is what I want more of, okay? So when you look at something and you feel judgment or you feel comparison, what you're doing is you're finding a lack. You're finding that someone or something is either better than you or less than you, or better than or less than something else. And what you're doing is you're failing to see the value of that actual thing. So if you look at somebody else and you see them and you're like, oh, and you feel less than compared to them, well, you're seeing a lack in yourself and you're not finding or seeing your true value. And you're holding them to a higher value because you feel less than. If you look at somebody else's website and you're like, oh man, their website is beautiful and mine sucks. Well, no, actually it's great, but theirs is so much better. There's that lack there. So you're judging what you see based on some perceived measure of whatever, some perceived measurement. Okay, what really makes a good website? What really makes a fabulous person? Okay, so when you look at that person or thing and you feel that judgment or that comparison cycle start to happen and you're like, oh my God, what happens is that's what you're telling the universe is, okay, peeps, I am focusing on judgment. I am focusing on lack. I am focusing on really feeling like I am inadequate, or that person is better than me, or that website is better than me, or whatever. So you know what? That's what the universe is going to give you. So you say, okay, and this is with the law of thinking. You're getting your mind in that vein. And then the law of supply, it says, okay, so I'll start lining all of these things up to come before you to trigger your feeling of judgment and your feelings of comparison and your feelings of lack. And through our thoughts and our vision focused on the supply that's coming to us through the law of supply, that in turn then magnifies the law of attraction, which will bring all those things even closer to us and make us feel like crap. So how can you get out of this cycle? How can you work with the law of attraction, the law of thinking, the law of supply, all these other laws? How can you work with them to get you out of this cycle? First and foremost, and this is actually working with the law of non-resistance, okay, which is one of the laws that is in the 11 spiritual laws. You work with the law of non-resistance to recognize that you're feeling like shit, or recognizing that you look at that person and go, oh, and boom, right there, when you go, or when you look at that website, oh, wow, their website is so much better. And you start to judge, you start to compare your website with theirs, okay, or their life, or, someone's life with somebody else's. When you feel that energy drop, when you feel that energy dip, when you feel that judgment and comparison comes in, boom, right there, stop and say, okay, whoa. Do I want to bring more of this into my life? Do I want more comparison? Do I want more judgment? Do I want more lack? Do I want to feel like shit? No. Okay, what do I want? And sometimes this is very challenging to do because it's so easy to spiral down and go, oh shit, and then just dig on that person's website or dig into that person's life or Instagram or Facebook or whatever. I've seen it happen, and my clients will text me, Flora, oh my God, I'm in a cycle and I need to break out. And I'm like, let's talk. And so we talk for 20 minutes, everything's good. So when you notice yourself in that mindset, in that spiraling down, judgment, comparison, that lack, oh my God, okay, stop, put the brakes on, put the kibosh on it, take a deep breath and honor it and say, you know what, rock on for this person. Awesome, I love their website. It's so exciting. You might even want to go and email them. You know what, I was passing by your website today and it's beautiful. I just wanted to let you know that you've done a fabulous job. That might seem superficial, but what happens is when you do that, when you see someone and all of a sudden you feel that judgment or that comparison, obviously there's something that you've seen in them that you feel you're lacking and that you admire enough to see if you have that in your field as well. And so finding gratitude and finding something that you could be appreciative of for that person, that will then praise that thing in the universe. And so this actually coincides with the law of compensation and the law of increase, which we'll talk more about in just a second. So when you find the value, when you say, you know what, I love your hair, it's so beautiful. I wish I could grow my hair out long, but I can't. But you know what? Fabulous. I love that hairstyle on you. Rock on, sister. Okay? So you start to find the value. Okay, why was that judgment and comparison triggered? That's the key here. First and foremost, stop the judgment, stop the comparison, stop the spiraling down, and give yourself permission to say, wait a minute, why do I feel this way? Is it because I wish I had long hair? Is it because I wish I had, I was 6'5" or whatever, I don't know. Or I wish I had this website or that, or whatever that you find yourself comparing or judging. First and foremost, stop. And then second, ask yourself, okay, why am I feeling this way? Is it because I wish I had this or because I admire that, whatever it is. And then try to find some praise. Try to find something of value of it. If it's something that you see, wow, she's a best-selling author, ooh, that's cool. So maybe you've always wanted to be a best-selling author. Okay, perfect. Maybe this energy can act as inspiration for you to move you out of maybe a rut that you're feeling, okay, or that you're in, all right? So by really picking apart, okay, I've got 10% of my battery left, I need to hustle. So by picking this apart and giving yourself permission to look at it honestly and say, okay, I'm judging, I'm comparing, I'm finding a lack somewhere. What does this thing possess that is causing me to feel an energy dip, that's causing me to feel overwhelmed or frustrated or like there's a lack of some sort? How can I find the beauty and the value in that thing? And then you can ask yourself, okay, what do I want? What is this inspiring in me to bring forth? Maybe in my own life or in my website or in my work or in whatever, in your relationships or in your finances. So really give yourself permission to do this. And when you do this, when you recognize when you're feeling this judgment and comparison, and when you recognize and you stop it, that's the thing, is you got to recognize that you're feeling that way and then stop it immediately, as fast as you can, okay? Sometimes we wallow for hours, and that's okay, But the second that you're aware of, gosh, I really don't like feeling this way. I really don't like feeling this way. Give yourself permission to stop. Say, okay, why am I feeling this way? What did I just see or experience that is causing me to feel like there's a lack of some sort in my life? Then try to find the value in that thing. So if it's a person, what do you value so much that you see that you just, oh my God, I love this, and wow, I don't think that this is in my life. Honor that and praise it. And find gratitude and appreciation that this person has that in their life. And then feel the gratitude for yourself that, wow, I recognize that in somebody else. And the only way that we can recognize it in somebody else is if we have it within us anyway. That's the law of supply in action, which is so exciting. Actually, the law of supply and the law of thinking. Well, actually, and the law of compensation, because those are these little seeds that we plant, and those are the things that we get back. So anyway, so then after that, you really recognize and say, okay, what do I want? And then start to focus your attention on those things that you do want. And when you get your mindset right, when you focus on those things that you actually do want, that then will allow the law of attraction to work with you instead of against you, okay? So to sum up, when you're in judgment and comparison, when you're feeling a lack, when you see something and you don't measure up, or somebody else doesn't measure up, okay? There's this dissonance, okay? Because we're not seeing the value of everybody involved or everything involved. When you recognize you're in that state, stop it as fast as you can, because what that's doing is that's focusing your attention on the things that you don't want, which is activating the law of thinking, the law of supply, the law of attraction. It's all being pulled to you. So stop that. Stop the thinking, get your mindset right, and say, okay, why am I feeling this way? What did I just see or experience that's triggering this judgment or comparison? And how can I find gratitude and appreciation for that thing? And then let me ask myself, okay, what do I want? And start to focus on what you do want. Start to focus on what you do have. And really get clear with your thinking. And when you get clear with your thinking and your mindset, then, again, you're working in tandem with the law of thinking and the law of supply, because when you focus on a specific thing, that activates even more so the law of supply. We can't think of something, we can't have a desire unless the supply is at the ready for us. So if you desire it, know that it's true. And so then you can go, okay, this is what I desire. I'm going to get my mindset right. I'm going to believe that it's mine. The law of attraction then is going to pull it to us. And the law of increase, compensation, and receiving, we receive it and it flourishes. Yay! Okay, so if you want to learn more about these laws, I know that I kind of blended a bunch of them together, but that is how the beauty of all of these laws work together. If you want to master these 11 spiritual laws, I have a free webinar coming up this Thursday at 10 a.m. Central Time. And I'm going to be doing a live Q&A at the end of the webinar. This is a power-packed hour. It's a power hour, woo, of mastering the 11 spiritual laws. So if you want to join in on how you can learning how you can master the 11 spiritual laws, click the link below in the comments to join me this coming Thursday at 10 a.m. Central Time. Even if you can't make it to the live class, sign up anyway, because the replay will be available and will be automatically sent to you an hour after the replay starts. Or not the replay starts, but after the webinar starts. So sign up and learn to master these 11 spiritual laws. And in really allowing yourself to say, you know what, I'm done feeling judgment, I'm done feeling comparison, I'm done feeling this way. I am ready to master my life, and I'm ready to master the law of attraction. So if that's you, go ahead and click the link below. Hi, sweetie. Click the link below and sign up for this webinar. Mwah. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.